So we're rebooting Spider-Man for a third time in 15 years. This is gonna work out well.
I screwed up.
You need to stop carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders.
I want you to understand. I'll do anything to protect my family. I know you know what I'm talking about.
Spider-Man Homecoming is directed by John Watts and it stars Tom Holland as Spider-Man, or Peter Parker, whichever one you like to call, as well as there being Jon Favreau, Robert Downey Jr. and Michael Keaton as a Birdman. He's not actually called Birdman, his character's name is the Vulture, but you know, because he was nominated for an Oscar for his role in Birdman, I just thought it'd be... That's just an insight to some movie humour right there. So like I said, Spider-Man Homecoming is the second reboot of the Spider-Man character. It's the third attempt Sony's having, but this time it's in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which I'm really excited about. So Peter Parker, he's in high school now, he's come back from Captain America Civil War. He's just dealing with, hey, I'm Spider-Man, but I'm also top of the class. And he's just dealing a lot with that. And then all of a sudden he starts to get involved with the bigger Marvel universe rather than just stopping cars, helping ladies to find like places and like stopping Grand Theft bikes. And he ends up coming across Michael Keaton's The Vulture, who's like sort of dabbling in some Chitauri technology. And that's how he's sort of created, and he started stealing all this stuff that's sort of recovered from like Avengers battle sites. And he's like selling that off as weapons in the market. And Spider-Man's like, hey! Stop. So it's Spider-Man trying to get involved with the larger cinematic universe, but Robert Downey Jr., who's also Iron Man, he's sort of mentoring him and saying, hey, nah, just don't worry, we got you covered, Peter. Honestly, Tom Holland's performance is quite fantastic. He really brings this character of Spider-Man in a completely different way. That Andrew Garfield is more of a hipstery nerd, and Tobey Maguire is more of a nerdy nerd, and here, Tom Holland's very much of a modern day nerd in a way. One friend, doesn't really talk to anyone else, but he's a nice guy. People know he's a nice guy. His friend, I don't know what it's like Jacob Batalon or something. I'm sorry, but I don't know his name, but he gives a very good performance. His chemistry with Tom Holland is actually really good, and I really like that stuff, their banter back and forth, with him being Spider-Man and him being like his friend. Because in the trailer they kind of revealed that, hey, this guy knows what Peter's secret is. Michael Keaton as the Vulture is very good. He's very menacing and actually quite threatening and frightening at times, especially when he's just going after Peter or he's just trying to get through his job, but he comes off as probably one of the stronger Marvel Cinematic Universe villains. Personally, I would put him, he's like probably one of the higher ones. I mean, Guardians 2, his ego was okay. I mean, Captain America Civil War Zemo was an effective villain, but not that great, but wasn't very necessary to the plot overall. The Winter Soldier was solid, but it is like sort of redeemed in the end. The very first Guardians, Ronan was okay. Loki and Ultron, even Ultron has his flaws of him being too comical, but Loki seems probably is hands down the best villain we've gotten so far. I am looking forward to Hela in Thor Ragnarok and Thanos in Avengers Infinity War, but here Vulture, I would actually put him maybe like a tier. He's about a Red Skull level here of villain here, and he is great. Robert Downey Jr. returning as Iron Man is great. He's just Iron Man. He's going through the motions as Iron Man, but he's still great as Iron Man. Zendaya, whoever she is, she plays a girl named Michelle in the movie. She's great. She's funny. I do like how she's more so very I wouldn't be surprised if she's vegan, if you know what I mean. You know that vibe that they just give off of, I'm vegan. Don't worry. I hate slaves. Don't want to support anything with slaves. You know, it's that type of person. You know that person. We all know someone who's that person. She's that person. The CGI overall is very fantastic. Seeing Spider-Man swing through like the streets of Queens, as well as him just fighting the Vulture and the Vulture CGI, it's all very great. I really loved it. And the action scenes between the Vulture and Iron Man and Spider-Man, they're all very good, but they're all really well filmed. I do like the long, wide takes so you can see everything that's going on. You're never really confused when you're watching these Spider-Man fights. John Watts' direction is very good. It comes off as very childish, and what he said he's aiming for is a very John Hughes-esque like theme, like style when in this Spider-Man film, and might I say he's actually very much nailed it. It's great stuff watching him, like watching Peter Parker go around like sort of quipping, and he's very good. It's like the highlights of the Amazing Spider-Man series was the quips The highlights of the original Spider-Man was probably the quips, and this Spider-Man Homecoming's quips probably just top all of them. The script as well, very witty. I love the witty dialogue between literally every character. It's very great. One thing that the movie did let me down to a little is the humour. The humour, it's very much a Facebook video, and by that way I mean, oh, this video is funny, but I'm not going to actually laugh out loud. It's just humorous, like you laughing on the inside, and that's where Spider-Man Homecoming really hits its mark. It's pretty much with Facebook humor, and it's funny, but not the funny that I think they're aiming for. I think it falls flat a little bit in that respect. Anyway, Spider-Man Homecoming, it's probably one of the top Marvel Cinematic Universe movies that I've seen. It has one of the better villains in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's a terrific back-to-form attempt for the Spider-Man series at Sony, especially with them being in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They did a great job. Tom Holland was fantastic, the ensemble was fantastic, John Watts did a great job as direction. I will say that Spider-Man Homecoming is Platypus-tacular. Have you seen Spider-Man Homecoming? What did you think of it? What's your favourite Spider-Man incarnation? Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, or Tobey Maguire? Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe, become one of the Platypus. See you guys next time. Bye. Oh wow, you made it to the end of the video. Good job. How about you click that subscribe button for more content? Or click one of these two videos. You know, either one's good enough.